Hey OPBC family, we're getting ready to move back into the building this Sunday, so I wanted to walk you through what you can expect on Sunday morning. A lot of work has been going on and we're excited to have you join us at 8:30 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. Now you've been choosing services over the past few months based on the weather. I noticed that a lot of you started showing up at 8:30 when it was hot outside, and then you all started showing up at 10:15 when it got cold. But we don't have to worry about that this Sunday because we'll be inside. We also have a tent here on the front lawn that's set up for your social distancing as well. So not only do we have the sanctuary that's ready to go, but we have a tent set up for you. So I wanted to do a quick walkthrough so that you can know what to expect on Sunday morning. So here we go. As you pull up on Sunday morning, you're going to walk to the front door of the church. Please, everybody, enter through the front door of the church only. This will help us just keep people secure and safe as we're walking in. You'll notice a welcome table out here. You'll have a place where you can give, where you can also get visitor information or if you're visiting with us, and ask any questions you might have. And then you can head either to the left into the tent, and inside the tent we have chairs set up, and we're going to have two 70-inch monitors in there that are ready for you. We'll set those up on Sunday morning, and there's plenty of seating in here for you to spread out and be able to worship together. Also, you can then choose also to go into the worship center. As you head into the worship center, you'll notice that on the left there's going to be a table that will be set up where you can drop off your backpacks for Appalachia, and then over here on the right is our OPBC Kids check-in. So we're asking all children to check in here with their parents, and you're going to get your name tag from Miss Joannie, and of course there'll be a parent tag as well. We'll need to match those up at the end of the service, and you'll pick up your children, parents, you'll pick up your children back in the children's hallway at the end of the service. This is only during 10:15 service. There will be no childcare during 8:30 service. The 10:15 service, we will have nursery, and we will also have our elementary age ministry. So kids, if you got a runny nose or a cough or something like that, let's stay home this week and let's try again next week. Let's keep everybody well during this time. As you walk into the service, to the worship center, you'll notice how clean everything is, how everything is wide open and ready to go. Here in the vestibule, you'll see a place where you can get your hand sanitizer, a place where you can give. There's, if you need a face mask, a Bible, anything of the sort, you can pick that up here. And then as we walk into the worship center, you'll notice our chairs are set up in groups of 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And so we encourage you, if you're coming for 10:15 service with your children, to maybe just all gather together, because they're going to be dismissed pretty early in the service. And so you can gather them together with you and then send them out as it's time for them to go back to OPBC Kids. But we're going to all spread out, but we're all going to have a great time worshiping together. I do encourage you not to move the chairs if at all possible, because they're set up in an optimal way for social distancing. So come find a spot that works for you and your family. And of course, then we'll be able to sing together. We'll be able to worship and hear the word together. The band is ready to go. We're going to be playing the organ. Excited to have the ladies back behind the organ leading us in some great old hymns as we worship together. You can hear the water running. We're having a baptismal service at 10:15 a.m. and I'm excited about that. So if you're coming to the baptismal service, you can either come to 8:30 and just stick around for the beginning of the 10:15 service, or come on into the 10:15 service and worship with us. I mentioned that the kids will be dismissed right after the Lord's Supper. That'll be towards the beginning of the service, right after baptism. And then the kids will leave with Miss Joannie to head back to OPBC Kids, and you'll pick them up in the kids' hallway at the end of the service. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. I mentioned that OPBC Kids is going on also, and so I wanted to show you what we got going on back here in the kids' hallway. So the children will come into the service at the beginning of the service, and they'll leave right after the Lord's Supper, and they'll be dismissed, and Miss Joannie will walk them back to their class. They'll all be meeting in the fellowship hall as they have been, where we can do social distancing as well. The nursery children, so our bed babies and our toddlers, will of course head right back to OPBC Kids. They'll go into the nursery, and then you'll be able to pick them up. This is the kids' hallway, and this is where you're going to pick up your children at the end of the service. So you'll see a sign here. Please do not pass the sign. That's for the security of your children. You'll also notice that we have several cameras set up, and that's for the security of your children and also for their safety. And so want to encourage you to thank our workers for all of their hard work in getting ready and serving our children and serving our families. Here in the fellowship hall, things are set up, spread out. There's marks on the floor there, and there are places for the kids to spread out inside the fellowship hall. And then of course, as we head down the hallway to the nursery, we'll again see a sign here that we ask you not to pass once you come into the children's ministry area. So if you're picking up a baby from the nursery, you'll have a worker here at the end of the service, and they'll take the parent card from you and be able to get your child and all of your belongings. For nursing mothers, of course, come to the door there and knock on the door, and we'll be able to help you out in the nursery. For children's ministry, when you're picking up your children, we encourage you also to come to this spot here right outside the fellowship hall, and you'll give your card to one of the workers, and they will get your child for you. This will help us keep everybody safe and also keep social distancing happening. So we encourage you to just care for each other as we're all adjusting, and also look forward to seeing you on Sunday.